Hi darlings, it's your favorite icon, Tal Florence. Today we're going to talk about fashion trends I want to see in 2025. Just to be clear, I did not invent this video idea. I just saw other YouTubers doing it and I thought it was so fun. So I figured, why shouldn't I make this to you guys and share out my fashion opinions?
Boho Goth!
Starting off, we have Boho Goth, and I actually saw a lot of other creators talking about this is going to be a huge trend in 2025, and I am living for it. I mean, just look at Gigi Hadid and this dress. It's magnificent. Although I personally don't really like to wear the color black, I think it could be done in a subtle way, such as embroidery or lace. I love the flowiness of the fabric, it feels very ethereal. Speaking of lace, this is my next category.
Lace!
I've always loved lace. I had a certain appeal to it because it feels very royal to me. I love how intricate it is. The little details in it makes it pop. This is a fashion trend I want to see. I feel like it's almost a must-have in every wardrobe. Whether it's done in a small, minimalistic way or a big, avant-garde way, I am a lace fan.
70s themes!
This category is 70s themes. As I said before about boho goth, I think also 70s themes will be a trend and not just a trend that I want to see. I saw a lot of people talking about it. I'm talking about flared pants, okay? I must see flared pants, and as someone who's been wearing flared pants for years now, I think they're a must. But also the 70s overall. I want that hippie movement. I want some fun silhouettes. I think it could be very interesting. I also really want to see the 70s colorway. I think it's such a cute palette. We can use it. I want things to be spruced up.
Burnt amber!
The color that I want to see in 2025 is a burnt amber color. 2024 was supposed to be the peach fuzz season, but as we all know, that didn't succeed. And instead, the pink and green combo that I love became popular. So I'm thinking, instead of just throwing away peach fuzz, let's transform it into burnt amber. This color is so complex and it's so interesting. I want to buy a little cottage in the woods and live in my burnt amber shades. It's so cute.
Corduroy! Corduroy!
Corduroy is the fabric of 2025. I'm actually wearing corduroy pants right now. They're from American Vintage. And as I saw in the last couple of months, Europe is flooded with corduroy. It's so chic, and actually most of the corduroy is pretty sturdy fabric and pretty stiff, but these ones are actually so comfy and they're very loose, and the fabric just knows how to flow. Corduroy can also give a very structured look. I want to see a corset with corduroy. Oh my gosh, I could faint. I think I'm going to have to sew a corset from corduroy very soon, and while it may be very impractical, I die to see it.
Unique ties!
Up next, we have unique ties. Ties just know how to make an outfit pop. From just a regular, boring outfit, and can transform anything into a fabulous masterpiece. I recently saw embroidered ties and I just fell in love. They look so sophisticated, yet they can be so exquisite. I also want to see them in every color possible. Okay, I want to see the most interesting ties you have. You can also tie ties in so many different ways. You don't just have to go to the classical route. You can also do a bow and so many others. I sometimes even use ties as belts. They're so chic and they're so effortless.
Big maximalistic coats.
I don't even think I need to explain the next category. Big maximalist coats. Coats always have a soft place in my heart because as a fashionista, I always get cold. And whenever people say a hoe never gets cold, they're wrong. I am freezing to death every winter, and I live in a place that's quite hot. Coats can be very neat, but simultaneously they could be very bejeweled and very big and voluptuous. And I also feel like people don't really own a lot of coats, so we should really invest in wow coats that are a showstopper. And we all know how much we all loved fur coats, which leads me to my next category, furs.
Fur/faux fur.
Now, I'm not telling you to go murder a fox. Oh, it's YouTube. Maybe I shouldn't say murder. I'm not telling you to go murder a fox for your coat, but I feel like if it's vintage, it's justified because the animal is already dead. I feel like faux fur doesn't really look as good as real fur, but honestly, if it's actually worth it, like to create real fur, because the animals are already suffering from it. But I mean, when people eat meat, like when you eat a cow, like how's it different from me putting a fox over my coat? Like, I know people say, oh, it's not the same thing. This one is crucial and this one is not. But honestly, fashion is the most crucial stuff there is. That's why it needs to be cruel.
And now you're going to watch 3 exact same versions of the exact same topic, but I couldn't choose one, so you get all 3.
The Kate Moss coats will never go out of style, period. And the biggest fur icon of them all, Kate Moss, but the Kate Moss coats, oh my gosh, chicness at its best. Water break.
Drapey fabrics.
I wish to see more drapey fabrics and fabrics that know how to flow. They give such an ethereal look that I am loving at the moment. They're out of this world. This is what makes a garment truly couture worthy, if a fabric flows or not. A fabric needs to know how to sit, otherwise the dress is wearing you, but you need to wear the dress.
Hats.
As a hat lover, I must say I'm quite biased when I make this category because hats are amazing. I feel like people forget to accessorize their face. And honestly, when you put a hat, oh my gosh, it's so chic. I want hats that are like, I don't care, 20 meters long. I want the biggest hats, okay? I don't care what size.
Beep.
If you don't have a big hat, it's a no-no. I actually do care about the size, so that's not true.
Tea parties.
The next category is tea parties. And I know tea parties don't count as a fashion trend, but honestly, I don't care. Tea parties are a fashion inspo. And I mean, have you seen how people dress to tea parties? As someone who hosts tea parties but no one comes to them, only me, yes, I host a tea party for only myself. The outfits in tea parties are giving. I want a princessy look. Alice in Wonderland, who? Exactly, this is the one I wanted to give. The Mad Hatter pouring you tea while you are shrinking with a little cookie. Oh my gosh, tea parties are a must. Remember how I said tea parties as a fashion trend? Exactly. I want weird inspo for fashion. It makes fashion so interesting. I want people to go out of the box. You know what? I want to go out of the chest, out of the box, out of the treasure chest, okay? I want you to search outside. The whole point of fashion is that clothes have rules. Fashion doesn't. I want the inspo from the weirdest stuff. For all I care, give me dinosaurs as inspo. Give me a light shade. Give me a building you're seeing next to you. Give me eyes. Give me eyebrows. Oh my gosh, eyebrows as inspo? That's like out of this world. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius. I'm a genius, I know. Get weird inspo. Break all the rules. Because in fashion, rules are non-existent.
Witch.
The day he left me was the day I died and was reborn as a witch. The chicest of them all is the witch. When we saw Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba in Wicked, I screamed, okay, her outfits were on point, and this is exactly what I want from witches. Witches have style, okay? Witches are unique. And in general, who doesn't love witches? Like, I know witches are making like a potion of fashion, like a fashionista potion, and they're drinking that like it's water, like it's soup, okay? They're inhaling it.
Purple.
Speaking of witches, we have the color purple. And as we already talked about the burnt amber shade, just think how good it would go with purple. Oh my goodness, it would be amazing together. You cannot be a fashionista without being a purple lover. Speaking of purple, just look at how beautiful my couch is.
Never open the big lights.
You know how people say never open the big light? I think that as well in fashion. This is actually relating to what I said about getting weighed and inspo. I want to see cute little details. I want your outfit to be perfect from all ways around. As I'm seeing the outfit, I want to see more and more stuff as I'm viewing it. I want to be more interesting by the minute. If I look at an outfit 10 minutes, I want to see more and more little details that make it couture. And as someone who hates opening their big light at home, I can relate to this.
No black clothing.
No black. I already talked about this in my first category, but black is just so tiring me and I cannot stand it anymore. As I already mentioned, I want a small emphasis on black, but not a full-on black look. No, no, no. To me, it's just giving lazy. You can't pull a good fit, so you wear an all-black look. No. And I already know the New Yorkers are going to be screaming at me. But I'm just so iconic, even hating me will change your life. I'm so inspirational.
Knitting/crocheting.
I've been crocheting for a few years now, but I also recently started knitting, and by recently I mean about 2 years ago. I'm currently making a scarf with a lace pattern. I started today, so I haven't really made a lot of progress. But I also feel like making your own clothes is such a slay. I highly recommend trying knitting. It's so relaxing, but I am warning you, once you go in, there's no way back. It also gives such a fun, interesting texture, and you can also choose the clothes you're wearing. You have an inspo in your mind. You have an idea in your head. You're knitting, and it makes it into a reality. What could be better than that? You tell me. I'm also really sorry if you can't hear me correctly because it started raining and also I have a really bad accent, so might I add, I hate the cold. Hate it. Summer person through and through.
Silk scarves.
As you can see by my outfit, I am a silk scarf lover. Especially ones with unique designs on them. This one is quite basic, but I love it. You can tie them in so many different ways, as I already talked about in the tie section, but I feel like they could be so interesting. In the summer, I transform them into a skirts, into tops, or I just put them over my head like a cute little grandma. And honestly, they are such a slay. Please, for the love of God, which I'm saying this as an atheist, wear 100% silk scarves. I'm tired of saying polyester. That was my sister. She wanted to do an outfit check for you guys. But I must say, what are those leggings? Hideous. And Emily, what are those leggings?
Interesting textures.
Interesting textures needs to be a timeless trend, but I want to see them now more than ever. Whether it's different kinds of fabric, different kind of stuff on the fabric, I want to see it all. The texture is what gets me.
Stack jewelry.
Layers upon layers and layers and more layers and even more layers of jewelry is what gets me on in the morning. But I honestly never wear jewelry because it's just so uncomfortable for me. I wear necklaces, rings I almost never wear. Sometimes I wear jewelry on my face. Bracelets also almost never. I did have braces though for like 2 years, so that's something, but I got them removed like more than a year ago. I wish I would have cared enough about jewelry to put stacks upon stacks, but I just can't do it. But also, we could see jewelry on top of clothes, jewelry pieces, jewelry corsets. OMG.
Fairy core.
We're almost done with the categories, so now we have fairy core. I'm a true fairy core fan. I love all the laces that's in it. It's the little details, just this magical thing that fairies. I loved fairies ever since I was so young, ever since I was so little. I loved fairies, and they felt so magical to me, and they always have their dust and they sprinkle it anywhere, and there were the glitter and the color schemes. Oh my god.
Dreamy silhouettes.
Next category is dreamy silhouettes. Silhouettes are crucial in fashion. You need to have a good clothing silhouette. It's not the silhouette about your body, it's the silhouette of the clothes that makes you actually pop. Fabric manipulation is the future of fabric, as well as fabric types, but I won't get into this in this video. But I'm dying to see some dreamy silhouettes that just know how to flow, know how to sit, know how to lay right on the body.
Grandma core.
I swear I'm going to stop saying core, but this is the last one. Grandma core. You know I love grandmas. Grandmas are so nice and always have such a slay outfit. Remember how I gave the example about the silk scarf? Grandmas are literally so chic with their gray hair. Slay.
Embroidery.
And if we're already on the topic of grandmas, I want to say embroidery. If you want to remember something from this video, please let this be embroidery. I love it. The intricate details, everything needs to be perfect. Looks so good on so many different kinds of fabric, even on canvas. But like imagine it on a mesh tulle. Oh my god, sickening. And the best way possible. Embroidery, little flowers. Oh my god, I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint. Death, rebirth, everything. All for embroidery. And I'm down to my last category. And this category is so important.
Enjoy fashion.
Enjoy fashion. Don't forget, it's clothing. You need to have your own taste. I love trends, but we need to do them in a subtle way while maintaining our personal style. Trends are great, but we need to keep in consideration ourselves and our unique personality. This is my first ever video that I'm going to upload to YouTube, and I'm honestly kind of nervous, but it was always a dream of mine to do it, so love you guys. This is editing Tal over here. I'm sorry I look so bad right now, but it's because I've been in a bike accident. Not my fault. A motorcycle bumped into me, so I couldn't really upload this video to you guys on time, and I'm so sorry about it. And that's mainly why I look terrible right now, but at least it's getting up on a pretty date, the 25th of January 2025, so that's something. And I'm once again so sorry that I didn't upload this video on time. Hope you can forgive me, darlings, because you know that I love you. So thank you very much for watching this video. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching your favorite fashion icon. Yeah, about fashion trends all day long.